Right, you were going to make a speech today. Well, thanks for coming anyway. Now, I'm sure you all know it's a great responsibility and a great honour to be named as best man. But with the role comes the job of writing the speech. And I wanted to make the process as easy as possible, to be honest. So I asked for some advice, but I thought the best place to look was the internet. So I locked myself in my room, opened up the laptop, and logged on. Spent a few hours in there, and I saw some fantastic stuff. I'm sure half of you know there's some great stuff on the internet. Unfortunately, it has nothing to do with writing speeches, so I apologise in advance. Now, the wedding party has informed me that the food today is charged on a cost per head basis. So they'd asked me to thank the following people for not coming. We've already mentioned family members who couldn't make it, Grandad Ron and Uncle Trevor. But also a couple of messages here from people who couldn't make it. Let's see. One from your next door neighbour, Dom. Sorry he couldn't make it. He's going to spend all day on the sofa in his jeans. Slip of the tongue. Speaking of slips, there's one here from a Stevie G. Who says,
enough.
Sorry I couldn't make it. I just don't turn up to big events anymore. And one final one which says, Dear James, here's to the weekends lazing by the pool. I do hope you've made the right decision. Love, Michael Barrymore. Probably more of a pride one. Well, I'm sure all the men here will agree with me that when looking at Lizzie, today is a sad day. Now that she's off the market. And I'm sure all the ladies, when looking at Jamie, will agree that today is just another day. Seriously, Jamie, you are really lucky. You're going to leave here today having gained a wife who is beautiful, intelligent, funny, caring, loving. And Lizzie, you will leave today having gained a lovely dress, beautiful flowers. Speaking of beautiful flowers and lovely dresses, we've already had the toast, but I would like to repeat what I said about the lovely bridesmaids, who are beautiful and stunning and lit up everyone's day today. I think they're all just wonderful. And let's not forget the groomsmen, who are also here. Now, I've actually already spoken to Jamie, and he said to me, Matthew, today is the happiest day of my life. Life just doesn't get any better than this. That's actually what he said to me on the Sunday morning of the stag weekend. But he was very much correct. I know one of the things I'm supposed to talk about is the stag do. I'm not going to deceive anyone, no deception here. It really was fantastic. I had the pleasure of hosting 7 young, energetic, loud, keen, olive-skinned men in Madrid, where I'm from. For those who don't know Madrid, it's a city famous for its museums, its art galleries, its big parks, fantastic food, sunshine and wine, and beer. And we enjoyed a few of those things. We went to the museum at the football stadium. We did an intercultural exchange at the German microbrewery. And we had a lovely breakfast at McDonald's. I knew the boys had high hopes for the trip, and Jamie was very willing, more or less able, dressed for the whole day as a jockey. And we had a great time. We drank, we ate, we drank, we explored the streets of Madrid, we met Tommy's friend. We made some new friends, we met some friendly bouncers, we spent a lot of time hanging out together on terraces, we sang, we did some karaoke, we even danced a little bit. I won't go further into the little details, but I think it's fair to say that the end result dwarfed all expectations. Now, back to Lizzie. Lizzie really has all the qualities you look for in a person. She's funny, she's smart, she's caring, she's a wine lover, she's loving, she's generous, she makes a mean chili con carne. All the important qualities. And so I'd like to thank and congratulate Robert and Hilary for raising such a wonderful daughter. And also to the groom's parents, Mum, Dad, you did the best you could. Now, I'm supposed to tell you all how amazing Jamie is. That's part of my job. And given that he chose me as his best man, the first thing to say is fantastic judgment. Really, really shrewd guy. Now, I have known Jamie for over 26 years, and he's changed over the years, but fundamentally, he's the same. He's intelligent, he's funny, he's interesting, he's economically frugal. He's generous, he's charming, he's keen. And he's always been good fun. Whether it's nowadays going for a pint, or watching sport, or going for a bet in various locations, we've always had a good time. Or when we were kids and we were playing sport, or playing video games, or running around Disney World, or running around the garden, or running around the house. We were always doing something. We were never sat still, never bored, never quiet. Sorry, Mum.
I'll have another drink.
But this is a celebration of love today, and I had the unique experience of being there when Jamie first fell in love. I remember it well. His name was Robbie Fowler. I've also been there during the highs and lows of his tumultuous relationship with the chick in Madras. I've seen his love turn to hatred, like the 2-to-1 favourite at Lingfield. I've been there through every crush on the new girl on Neighbours. And in our teams, we actually fell in love at the same time with Jack Bauer. And recently, actually, I've witnessed his hatred turn into a strange, uncomfortable love for David Moyes. But through all the years of experience, and after all these things I've talked about, you learn to love what really matters. You learn to know what's there for you and what you can really depend on. And that's when you really appreciate Lizzie's chili con carne. in all seriousness though, I can't imagine having another brother. I mean, our relationship developed over the years, like Jamie said, but at heart it is the same. Jamie's there for me, he's got my back, and we get each other. When he asked me to be his best man, amongst very stiff competition, it was the proudest moment of my life. And as I'm sure you can all attest, I'm not the only one who appreciates Jamie. He's brought joy to our lives in his own unique way, and we're all the better for having known him. Now, having known Jamie for so long, I often wondered and thought about who he would marry. And it's fair to say he's pulled off a miracle. I've known Jamie pre-Lizzie and post-Lizzie, and current Lizzie. Nothing short of perfect to him. You won't find a single person with a single bad word to say about her. So, either she's got a ruthless PR team, or she's really as wonderful as she seems. Jamie and Lizzie have been together for my whole adult life, and it's impossible to imagine life without them. They are there for each other, they look after each other, they care for each other, they make each other laugh, and they've chosen to share their lives together, and they're all the better for it. They're just a perfect couple. They go together perfectly, like ant and death, like fish and chips, like Hannah and tattoos. that table at the back and get them drunk. Perfect couple. And I think one of the reasons, like you've already touched on both of you in your speeches, one of the reasons they're so perfect together is because Lizzie's traits are perfect for Jamie, perfect for anyone, perfect for Jamie. She's loving, she's caring, she's puts everyone else before her, she's generous, she's patient. She's brought a joy and a meaning to Jamie's life. And I think we'll appreciate her for that. We're so used to seeing them together, it's easy to forget how much they mean to each other, how much they depend on each other, and how much they appreciate each other. And, just in closing, something, a little quote I read, marriage isn't about finding somebody you can live with, it's about finding the one person you can't live without. So please raise your glasses, stand on your feet if you can. On this joyous day, we celebrate that Lizzie and Jamie have found each other. Right.